When somebody asks us what's the time, we need to be able to read a variety of clocks and a variety of times. So let's work on telling the time together right now. We know that there's 60 minutes in an hour, and we've looked at telling the time when that big hand is pointing up to the top, because that represents how many minutes have gone past, and the little hand is pointing at a number that tells us exactly what hour of the day it is. It's important to remember the two different roles of our hours hand, the little hand, and the minutes hand, the longer hand, and even to draw an arrow to represent the short word hour with a short hand, and a long arrow for the long word minute for the longer hand on our clock. Now, when we're thinking about where that long hand is, that's really important because it's telling us exactly how many minutes have gone past. Straight up the top we know is o'clock, and when it's gone all the way and pointing straight down at the bottom, it's cut our clock in half, so half an hour has gone past. But now we're going to have a think about when it's in a different position. If it's pointing to the side, that's right, to the right, it's actually saying that quarter of an hour has gone past. Now, why do I know that it's a quarter of an hour? Well, think of cutting our clock exactly in half and then cutting it in half again the other way. It divides our clock into 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts, which are quarters. So we would say a quarter of one complete hour has gone past. Now, how many minutes is that? Well, a quarter of an hour is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So out of our 60 minutes, 15 minutes is a quarter of an hour. If we have pointing right down the bottom, it's a half an hour, and we know that a half of our 60 minutes is 30 minutes. That's half past. Then if we go pointing the opposite direction to the left, it's not only cut in half, but cut in half again. And we've got 1, 2, 3 quarters have gone past. There's 1 quarter left to go. So we say it's a quarter to the next hour. Now, how many minutes is that? Let's count by fives, because that's what in between each of our numbers represents. 5, 10, 15, that's a quarter past. 20, 25, 30, that's halfway around and half past. 35, 40, 45. 45 minutes have gone past, and we say it's a quarter to, it's on the way to the next o'clock.
Every concept mastered builds confidence, and there are more than 200 steps just like this waiting on the My5 website. The link's below. Now let's finish strong.
So let's have a think about these different ways of representing clock times and how we can represent time on an analog clock like we were just holding and looking at, as well as a digital clock. You see, analog clocks talk about past and how many minutes past and to. If it's a quarter past, that means 15 minutes have gone past. If it's a quarter to, we say that 45 minutes have gone past and it's on the way to the next o'clock. But in a digital clock, it looks quite different. You see, this says 5:15. That means 15 minutes have gone past, and we said that 15 minutes was 1 quarter. 1 quarter past is 15. It's a quarter past 5. And here we have 5:45. 45 minutes have gone past. What was 45 minutes? Well, 45 minutes was when we were saying it's a quarter to. It's on the way to the next o'clock. So this is a quarter past 5. This is 5:45. It's a quarter to, what's the next o'clock after 5? 6. It's a quarter to the next o'clock. It's a quarter to 6. Let's keep thinking about this and look at several examples to help us understand this tricky concept of telling the time. A quarter past. Well, a quarter past 6 would be the 6, that's the o'clock first, and then 2 dots on our digital clock, and then the 15 minutes, because a quarter of an hour is 15 minutes. A 11:15, well, we put the o'clock first, 11, then the 2 dots and the minutes on the other side. It separates the hours from the minutes with those 2 dots. And 11:15, because 15 minutes is a quarter of an hour. Now let's look at a 5:45. A 5:45, well, it's not 6 yet, so we put a 5 and then 45 minutes have gone past. A 11:45, it's not 11 yet, so we put a 10 and then 45, but 45 minutes have gone past. So we've got to remember a 5:15, we put 15 in a digital clock, and a 5:45, we put 45 minutes in a digital clock. Let's grab the worksheet. We'll keep focusing on this concept together right now.